Hi, I'm Mark Strollo, and I'm here to tell you about the all-new Rockwood ESP, or Extreme Sports Package. I have never seen a pop-up that has more features than the Rockwood Extreme Sports Package. I'm going to take a couple minutes to show you all the features on this. This pop-up or fold-down is loaded with everything you could possibly want in a pop-up. It's absolutely amazing, and there's so many cool little toys. I'm just going to jump right in and start to tell you all about them. The ESP the Rockwood ESP is the Extreme Sports Package. So and this model happens to be the Rockwood 1910. It has so many features. It sits a bit higher off the ground. So if you're going to do some little bit of off-roading or going places that are just might not be conducive to pop-ups or trailers that sit a little lower. This is the Extreme Sports Package, sits a little bit higher, bigger tires, 15-inch tires. Up front, I'm just going to show you a couple of neat things. Amazing, it has a toy lock system. So if you bring your bicycles or you're bringing a four-wheeler or something like that, you could lock them right through here, which is really, really convenient. It's kind of cool, easy to use. Just wrap that right around, lock it in place. Okay? It's got a diamond plate trim all the way around. Again, this is the Extreme Sports Package, so it's a little bit more rugged or a little bit more beefier, so to speak. So that you have that diamond plate trim all the way around, which is really amazing. Again, this is a type of fold down or pop up that no other manufacturer does. It's really unique in its own because there's just nothing like it out there. And what I like about it most is that there's just so much to it. I was preparing for the video here, and I'm just looking around, and I'm saying this literally has everything you could ever possibly want. How did they possibly get all these extra things in there? So a little bit about the construction of it. Rockwood does an amazing job with their tent sections. I think it's the most durable tent material that's ever been made for a fold down. Really just not something you have to worry a lot about. It is a vinyl over canvas. In fact, this year they put that real nice, like a neon green accent strip on it, which is just gives it a real sharp look, but really, really durable. Underneath here, I just wanted to quickly show you, but it's like a plywood, a marine type grade plywood, so it's very durable. A lot of manufacturers, sometimes they'll use like the flake board or chip board, and it just doesn't quite last as long. But so I have marine grade plywood underneath here. Other neat things you're going to see up here is that the lift on this it's incredible. It's actually, the older style pop-up, some of them, and it's not too hard to do, but you have to crank them up. Well, here you just hit the button and you can just crank it right up. So really amazing. It's kind of effortless. This is really, really fun. It's like, I can't believe they put all this fun like just wrapped up into a little pop-up, and for the price that we sell them for, it's unreal. You can literally have so much fun with this. It's amazing. In fact, if you back up a little bit, I want to point something out here. If you look on top, maybe over here is the best to get a look, but it has what they call a Pro Rack system. So this is really cool. So you have this really cool pop-up. It's small. You could go all sorts of cool places. You can bring a lot of cool stuff. You can bring your bikes or your mopeds or your quads, and you can lock them up front. But on top, this is even more amazing, and this is standard this year, you have this Pro Rack system, which is really, really, really cool. So if you can imagine this pop-up going down the road, and you've got your, maybe you have your motorcycle or your moped or something in the back of the truck, and you've got your canoes on top, and you got the refrigerator loaded. I mean, this is a whole lot of fun and just a small little pop-up that you can tow with most any vehicle. But anyway, that Pro Rack system up top is made for carrying extra bikes or carrying canoes or kayaks or that type of thing. So if you're looking to get out and have some fun and really spend some time out either in the mountains or in the wilderness or just get out camping maybe towards the beach, I mean this Rockwood ESP is a great way to do it, and it's really, really it's priced amazing for all this stuff that it has. So I'm just going to go right a little bit more down here and show you some more stuff. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. You have a slide storage tray, so you can put now, I know that my brother, he would probably use this as a big cooler to put his milk in, as he says. So, but here you can use it as a cooler. You can fill it full of ice, and you can put, or you can put wood in there or anything you want. But it's really cool. So you don't have to reach way in because it's a slide tray. You see how that works? So you don't have to reach way in. You use a slide tray. So that's awesome. Again, it's all part of this this particular model. It's the Rockwood 1910 ESP. But that ESP package is that Extreme Sports Package, and to me, I like it because there's just everything is all condensed into one, and it has everything. So double step, which is really cool. This is one of my favorite parts. This is really cool. This is awesome. I mess with this here, but you could, it has a full screen door, so you could pop these right out, and you know, you have a real full screen door. So if you're inside and maybe you have the awning out, and you could just leave the screen door open, you just get a real good breeze right through. And so it's kind of like you're still a little bit tent camping, but you have a lot of features of a full-size RV. So here, construction features, they really think of everything here. It has a rain flap, so you don't have to worry about water sitting on the ledge here. Water rate just goes right, right down. So amazing stuff. Up front we have it's solar ready, it has solar prep. So if you're doing some outdoor, wilderness type camping, which the ESP is really made for that, but you could bring a solar panel, just plug it in, and it'll trickle charge your batteries. So really cool feature. Down here, this is cool. I mean, just the look of the Rockwood ESP is amazing. I think I like it just for the look, but this is crazy. It's like really heavy duty off-road tires. So you don't have to worry about where you're going. You don't have to worry about if you're going to hit branches or tree stumps or anything like that. But they're 15-inch tires. So to see 15-inch tires, a lot of travel trailers don't have 15-inch tires. The Rockwood ESP has 15-inch tires, very durable. One of my brothers says substantial tires. So, but it's amazing. Other neat thing is when you see the green cap, it's an indication that it has nitrogen-filled tires. So what's cool about that is that it offers like a little bit better ride, a little bit better towing. It increases like the longevity of the tires. So a lot of people swear by those nitrogen-filled tires. The Rockwood ESP has it, which is amazing. Not done yet here with the tires. I know I don't want to take up a whole lot of time here, and I know sometimes there's just so much to say about these, but I want to get as much as I can in here. It actually has the aluminum rims, and it has black trim around it, which is amazing because it's just that look is incredible. So you have the 15-inch upgraded tires. It has the nitrogen-filled tires, and then you have this aluminum rim that's just like a high-end, kind of a bad look to it, And it has that black trim. So this pop-up going down the road, you'll turn some heads. So because it's amazing, and it has all these cool features, and it looks really cool. Check that out. How cool is that? It has a LED light strip in it. So again, all these features are included in this Rockwood ESP model, and for the price we sell them for is just amazing. And the financing too on these is really incredible. So you can get all these things in this pop-up, and you can go and have such a great time. And because we do all of our own financing in-house, it makes like the payments and the down payments just like really easy. So buying something like this is super affordable. A prep table, outside barbecue grill comes with it. Yeah, all these things are standard with the Rockwood ESP. It's really amazing. You've got an outlet here, so if you want to put maybe a little radio, or in fact, you have outside speakers anyway on this particular model, and you have a stereo inside. So here's a great shot. You can see it's got tinted windows, which is really cool. So it won't get super hot inside. That's a really cool feature. It's a little safer. It does come with the awning. Again, I mentioned that Pro Rack system on top. I think that's one of my favorite features because you can bring all the toys you want. So coming around the back here, check this out. This is amazing. It has really heavy-duty stabilizer jacks. And I think really the thing with the ESP model is that everything is heavy-duty. So it's got heavy-duty tires. It has heavy-duty sidewalls with your aluminum diamond plate. And then here you can see is a good example because it has heavy-duty stabilizer jacks. So really cool feature. It's the stabilizer jacks you would see on like a $100,000 fifth wheel or a big travel trailer. So let's come around the back here. It has a spray hose here that if you're bringing your canoe or you're bringing your quad or something like that, you can just bring it out here and you can spray it down. So if you're hooked up to water, you can have constant water pressure. This is really handy, and I've never seen this on a pop-up before, but amazing, really cool. Or in fact, if you want to just wash dishes back here, or clean the dog up, but it's got a refrigerator, so that's the outside vent for the fridge. This is the vent for the furnace, which is amazing. So it's like all your hookups and that kind of stuff are on your off-door side, which is nice. And then here's where you fill up your freshwater, so it has an onboard freshwater tank. So a great detachable, like a marine cord is what they call it. It's got a little blue light, tells you it's working. Again, here's a great way to see that storage tray. It's where my brother Matt stores his milk. Up front, the solar, the prep for solar is right there. For me, if I'm going to do some camping and I'm going somewhere with no hookups, I'm gonna get a solar panel, and I'm gonna plug it in. It's gonna charge my batteries, and I'm gonna have a weekend full of camping and not have to worry about my lights going dim and that kind of stuff. Just as much as features are on the outside, there's that many inside too. So come on in. I just love the interiors of the Rockwoods because they just look like a lot of fun here. So it's amazing. So if you're going camping, you're in the outdoors or you're at the beach, it's like there's so much room in here for a little pop-up. You got to remember, when you're towing this behind your car, there's just this little 10, 12-foot box behind your car, and you can see over the back of it. So what's amazing about something like this is that it's really, really, really easy to tow, and there's just so much fun in here. It's so much fun to be had with these pop-ups. So a couple of things in the inside, which is great. This is really cool. They put a little extension. I've never actually seen this on a pop-up before, but look at that. That's kind of awesome. So because you have this lounge seating area here, which is really cool. I mean, in this particular model, you can sleep 2, 4, 6 easily here. So you can actually camp with 6 people in this Rockwood and be comfortable. So it's a lounge area here, and it's you can a lot of people can eat. You can move this over, and you can sit 5 or 6 or 7 people here at this table and be really comfortable. So really cool feature. A couple things I want to point out on the interior here. This fan is it's just an amazing thing because it's standard. You know, it comes with it. I like to call them a super fan. And or the other thing I like to call them is like an air exchanger, you know. So this will replace all of the air in here in seconds. So you know, if you're stuck in here for a while, it's just nice to have fresh air moving in and out of your pop-up as much as possible, and this will do it really, really quick. So it's a big, heavy duty, I like to call it a super fan or an air exchanger, and it's just, it's standard with the Rockwood, which is awesome. Now this feature here is really, really cool. Again, it's just like, I don't know how they just put so many things in these, but so here you have a porta potty. Believe it or not, it comes standard. So can you imagine that all of these features that I'm explaining come standard with this? It's crazy. So you have a porta potty, a super fan, you have their toy lock system up front, the Pro Rack system, that water sprayer outside, all the barbecue grill. Where do they stop with this? It's just like all of these features just come with it, and they're standard. So it's not like, hey, you got to pay extra for this, or maybe I got to pay extra for the solar prep. No, it's all standard, and it's just amazing because the price on them too is just so affordable. Anyway, cool spot here for a porta potty. There's even a little spot for a curtain up top to you know, for some privacy. So some really cool features, some more things. This is amazing. See, now here too, you can see that little green stripe. It matches with the exterior. You know, my brothers make fun of me because they say I'm interested in that stuff, but you know what? The colors and everything really match in here, and they just go, and they're really, whoever designed that, it's just a lot of thought has gone into the colors and the design and stuff. So moving along here, LED lights. We have some motorhomes at our dealerships that do not have LED lights. You know, $100,000 motorhomes, no LED lights. Here we are with a pop-up, and it has LED lights. So they're not, like I can put my hand over it, it's not real hot. They last longer. You're not going to find yourself just replacing bulbs often. So you have a furnace in here, that's standard. You have a refrigerator, so that's standard too, but look at this. You actually have heated mattresses. So this is like, yes, you're still kind of like, it feels like you're in a tent still with your screening and that kind of stuff, but you have the comforts of, like, you know, you're sleeping outside, but yet you have a mattress that it's a heated mattress. So you have the little dial here. You can set the heat, you know, to whatever temperature you want. It just plugs right in, and it's awesome. So it's amazing. Here's a good way to look at the plywood here. Very, very durable, long lasting. You know, these are great because if you take care of the pop-up, they can last for a really long time. Here's some things over here I just wanted to quickly show you. This is cool. And now, you know, this is not something it's not a real big deal, but to me it is. Rockwood gives you this nice big bag here. You can kind of put all your manuals in there and your power cord and that kind of stuff. And So here's one other thing I wanted to show you while we're here. Look at this. Now this is just an example of how Forest River is, and that's who builds this pop-up. And it's amazing because they give you 24/7 roadside assistance. Is that amazing or what? So for a pop-up like this, they're going to give you all of these features, and then on top of that, they're going to give you 24/7 roadside assistance, for the first year. So it expires 1 year from the date of purchase, but that's just amazing. So that's free of charge, with Forest River. There's your refrigerator, there's your furnace, here's your cooktop, which is really cool. I think this was shown in one other video, but this just folds down, and it's kind of called like a swing low galley. Super easy to do. I think that's about it. I just wanted to just recap and just say, hey, look, if you're thinking about doing some outdoor activities, what better way to do it in a Rockwood ESP model, extreme sports package. All of these features come standard with the Rockwood, and there's no extra charge for them, and it's very, very affordable. As I mentioned before, we do the financing at all of our dealerships, which is super easy. So when it comes to payments and down payments, you can buy something like this for almost nothing down, or very, very little down. Your payments could be, what it costs to go out to dinner for one night could be your payment on something like this for a month. So we look forward to seeing it at one of our stores. Again, thanks for spending a couple minutes with me to review the Rockwood 1910 ESP. Thank you very much.